Tanya Barnett Show. It's the 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 Tanya. When we talk about real things, talk about life things. The 21st century woman gotta get right. Entrepreneurship, motherhood, marriage, divorce, dating, healthy living, and thriving, of course. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show.
Hey there, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, where we discuss the unique challenges of the 21st century women. So buckle up and get ready, sister, to get your life right.
It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya Barnett Show. It's the Tanya.
Hey, good evening. This is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. I'm so super excited about tonight's show. You are going to be just super inspired. You are going to walk away ready to take action. And I'm telling you, my guest tonight, she is going to wow you. She's just amazing. And I'm so super happy that I know her, that she came into my life. It was perfect timing. And you're going to be able to hear that story and how I got to where I am today. She was a part of my amazing journey. And so I'm forever grateful. And so I want to, first of all, say thank you to all the vets out there. I know we just celebrated Veterans Day on Saturday. I myself am an Air Force vet. Both my parents are Marine vets. My husband's a Army vet, brother, uncles, all that. And then my daughter is currently serving in the U.S. Coast Guard in Houston. So I come from a family of service. I believe in serving. And so for all the veterans who are out there watching, or veterans in your lives, or those who have gone on before us, I just want to thank you for your service. It's near and dear to my heart. So I am excited. We had some amazing things going on here recently this past weekend. I had an opportunity to speak Saturday evening, actually, at the Black Love Industry Professionals Salon in Washington, D.C. That was founded by none other than Paul C. Brunson, master matchmaker, and G. Sanders, who is also a matchmaker. They had an amazing event, amazing speakers. It was downtown, and we had a great time. It was a lively conversation. The crowd was really into it, but it was an opportunity for us to talk about Black love, what love looks like. And we were left with a charge to do better, to have better conversations, better relationships. And I just think it's really important that everyone does their part, because really in today's world, y'all, for real, we need more love. I mean, just hands down, we need more love in the political arena, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in schools. Lord knows we need love in the schools, because it is hard being in there in the trenches with these kids every day. So make sure that you are reaching out, that you are loving on somebody. Check on somebody, like my friend Rita says, check on somebody. So make sure you're checking on folks, letting them know that you're thinking about them, that you care about them. And I will be back right after this break with She's Gotta Have It. You all know that I love She's Gotta Have It. And guess what? My special guest has brought some of her She's Gotta Have It as well. So I'm Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show. And right after this break, we'll be bringing on my special guest. See you in a minute.
Listen Vision, listen Vision, listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision, listen Vision, listen Vision.
Hey, everybody. This is, I was going to say, this is your special guest. We do have a special guest. This is Tanya Barnett, your host of the Tanya Barnett Show. I'm so super excited. My special guest tonight is none other than Christine Sayville.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
And we got social media on fleek. Okay, so we got Facebook Live over here. Hey, Ebony. And we got Periscope over there. Give us some hearts, y'all, on Periscope. There are the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure y'all giving us some love on Facebook. Make sure you share this out. So, yes, my special guest tonight is none other than Christine Sayville. Thank you so much for being here with me
Thank
tonight.
you for having me. I'm excited.
Look at her hair, y'all. She got her hair did today,
Just
and it
for
is
you,
cute. It is too cute. I love
you.
it. I love it. So before we talk about Christine, we're going to talk about She's Gotta Have It.
Yes.
And on She's Gotta Have It, this is my favorite segment. I love my guests, but I love She's Gotta Have It more, okay? She's Gotta Have It is where I feature African-American businesses or Black-owned businesses or BOBs that I have to have that I use personally. So my business today is none other than Mess in a Bottle. Kalia, right? Hey, girl.
I have it in white.
So I have. Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep.
So I have on Kalia's shirt. So if you, if Kalia, somebody, y'all can tag Kalia real quick. Hey, Lakia. If y'all can tag Kalia real quick, let her know that I am representing her and her company, which is Mess in a Bottle. And let me tell you something. She has the baddest T-shirts out there, y'all. She has a message. I just saw she has a brand new bag.
Oh.
It's called Get Your Shit and Go.
Okay.
That's on her
Listen,
bag.
get it together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw
Okay.
that. Okay. So make sure you all check out Mess in a Bottle, none other than Kalia Rice. She is here in the Maryland, D.C. area. Make sure you purchase from her. That's what my She's Gotta Have It is today. Christine, you have some She's Gotta.
I got several She's Gotta
So go
Have
ahead,
It, honey.
girl.
Where you want me to start?
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So let's start with the makeup.
Okay.
So She's Gotta Have It, Juvia's place. So I gotta have Juvia's on my eyes at all time.
Yeah, y'all see that?
All time. And then the lipstick. So I use Bluffa Joe. Bluffa Joe
never
Cosmetics.
heard of that. Okay.
She's actually based here, Macy Dunbar. So she's based
Okay.
here in the DC area. And then Pink Digger lipsticks. Can't go wrong with Pink Digger.
Okay.
So both awesome stuff. And then Treasured Passions are my earrings.
Ooh.
So found them on Black Bizscope. And then Sassy Jones.
Of course,
Boutique,
Sassy
of course.
Jones. We always wear, I think every single guest has worn
something.
some type of Sassy Jones on. So
Yes.
shout out to Sharice.
Yes.
Make sure you guys why are we sideways? We are sideways, Marie. Marie is asking why are we sideways? Because we're doing Facebook Live and we don't want the camera, the phone in front of the camera. That's why. Okay. So please forgive us. And Danita from Trinity Scribe.
She's on Facebook and on Periscope.
She putting everybody's website. So make sure
Thank
you
you,
go
Danita.
on. Thank you, Danita. You know we got you, girl. So Danita's putting everyone's websites up there. So make sure you you follow, and not only follow but purchase. Okay. So that She's Gotta Have It here on the Tanya Barnett Show, where I feature African American businesses. I think about 99.9% of them are female owned.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fantastic.
It is.
So we are doing a darn thing.
We are.
We are creative people, and we know how to make things happen. Because when we don't see products that fit our needs, we make them.
Yes, indeed. And then we
So-
support those that make them. So
Yes, we
let's
do.
do it.
Yes, we do. So we are really big about putting our dollars back into the community, and I think it's so important. I practice what I preach, so you'll never hear me talk about we got to support, and I don't do that. I mean, there's not a day that I don't go by where I'm not wearing something made by somebody from our community. So I am thankful that my guest, Christine Sayville, she lives it, y'all. Every day she got on something about Black-owned business,
Yes,
okay?
got to.
And the hair. The hair is gorgeous. She has sister locks, and they
Thank
are
you.
just beautiful. I love them.
Thank
I
you.
absolutely love them.
Thank you.
So without further ado, I want to introduce my special guest again, Christine Sayville. Can you tell people a little bit about you and what you do?
Sure. So hello, everyone. As Tanya said, my name is Christine Sayville. I'm known online as Moms in Charge. That is my blog. That is my brand, where I started in 2012 to help moms feel good without feeling guilty, to help them understand that they can go after their goals and dreams in addition to being a great mom. Like, they don't have to sacrifice one or the other. Through Moms in Charge, I started Purpose Driven Media, which is my social media company. So I do consulting and also help small businesses to manage and help build their strategy for social media for their business.
Awesome, awesome. And so, Christine, for those who are saying, okay, what is social media management? What does that look like? Can you expound a little bit? Because I don't want to assume that everybody knows what we're talking about
Right.
here on the Tanya Barnett Show. So can you share with them a little bit about what that is?
Sure. So social media, for those of you who have a business, maybe you don't, everyone has somewhat heard of some kind of social media. You may not know that's what it is, but if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, that is a form of marketing. So we use social media nowadays. If you have a business and you're not on social media, you are missing a huge opportunity to reach a market, to reach an audience that you wouldn't reach otherwise. So many people that I have become friends with, that I've done business with, have been a result of me being on social media. So social media management looks like for businesses who are too busy to manage it on their own, my company goes in, we help them with the strategy, and then we help them to actually implement that strategy.
Okay. So when you say implement, is that person doing all the work, or there are sometimes they can have you do everything for them?
So we are actually putting out, we are managing, we're creating the content, we're scheduling the content, we're replying back to their customers and to their audience on social media. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know I was recently at a conference, and it was asked how many of you are on social media, and a lot of entrepreneurs were not.
Oh, wow. I should have been there.
You should have, because you'd have cleaned up.
I should have been there.
So can you explain to them, because you say you're leaving money on the table. How are they
Yeah.
leaving money on the table? Because people, I've heard people say, girl, I'm not doing no Twitter. I'm not doing any Instagram. But can you explain to them the importance or the value for them?
So the value is that nowadays, that is where people are going to now, even to find businesses that they, even when people are referred to a business, they will most likely go to their social media pages to see what they're doing on there.
Wow,
To
okay.
see, I know for me personally, somebody tells me about a business and refers me, I'm going to their social media pages to see what they're posting, to see what's out there. So if you have a business and you're selling a product, it allows you to really get to know who your audience is. It allows you to engage with your audience. It allows you to find out what your audience is asking for, so that you're continuing to create products and services that they need, and not just that you're wanting to create. So not being on social media, your competitors are going to be on social media, and your competitors are going to be the ones that are getting that audience, you know, getting those customers that you could be in front of as well.
Wow. That's heavy. So for those of you, and I've heard several people say, girl, I don't do that. I don't have time. Christine can hook you up.
Yep.
And when I say hook up, I'm not saying hook up. So Christine,
Listen.
I'm saying right now.
You did.
I did not tell anybody to come to you for a hookup.
Right.
I said you can hook
them up. There's a difference.
Okay?
There is a difference.
So I'm clarifying right now on Facebook. I didn't tell y'all to go to her for no hookup. Okay.
Right.
Hey, Tamika. Hey, Tamika and Dom. Hey, Dominique. So yes, she will help you hook up your social media. She will get you right, and I'm telling you, it makes a world of a difference. If you even interact with celebrities, I've interacted with several celebrities who have responded back, like Megan Good, Gabrielle. She used to be in all the black movies back in the day. Not Gabrielle Union, the other one. Can't remember her last name.
Okay.
But I've interacted with several of them who are interested in what I'm doing as far as a real wife coach. What does that look like? So if celebrities are responding,
Yes.
come on.
Yeah. I mean, I've literally have gotten clients based off of the fact that they've seen something I've posted on Instagram or Twitter and have reached out to me to ask me for more information. So it just allows you to build that know, like, and trust factor with your audience and as a brand, and, you know, get people to know who you are so that they can do business with you, because the truth of the matter is, like, everybody can look good, right? And so, you know, you want to be able to put the information out there that you want people to know about who you are, as opposed to other people telling them who you are.
Right. Wow, that's great. That's great. And when you're on social media, it's important for them to respond, right?
Yes. Please. Please respond to people on social media. Like, and so for me, like, a lot of my clients, it's because they don't have the time to respond. It can get to be a lot, right? So if you're not able to respond, and that's when you want to look into having someone who can help you to do that, because you're missing an opportunity. Someone may be asking a question about your product or service, or they're having a problem with ordering, whatever it is that you have, and they're having a question, but you won't know because you're not on social media to monitor what is out there.
Wow.
So you want to be able to use things like there's a service called brand24.com that you can literally sign up for free and find out what people are saying about your brand, what is out there, and you can monitor that information.
Okay, so what is the name of that? Because I need to find out what what it's saying about me. What is it called?
Brand24.com.
Brand24.com, so you can find out if people are trashing you.
You can. It tells you if there's positive or negative, and it gives you the opportunity to respond. If there is something negative, then you can go in there and you can reply, and you can, really solve the problem right then and there.
Wow. Well, it looks like people on Periscope are liking that.
Hey, Periscope.
Yeah, they like that. You got some hearts for that. Brand 24. I mean, what is Danita? She is
I don't know.
like
Danita is
fingers.
magic. So listen, if you're on social media and you're live streaming, you need Trinity Scribes on your team.
Yes.
Because I don't know how she is doing what she's doing on Periscope and Facebook Live, but that is magic, and that is a gift.
yes. And we love her. I'm telling you, she has jumped on, I would say, almost all of my Facebook Lives and pretty much all of my Periscopes. And she does charge a fee.
Yes.
But it's worth it because when you're talking and people want the information, we
can focus on our conversation, and we know Danita got our back. She in here scribing.
Absolutely. So mad props to you, Danita.
Yes.
Put your information in
please.
there, for the people.
Please.
Danita.
TrinityScribes.com.
Tamika says she is rocking it.
Yes.
So, but yeah, this is so super exciting. So we're going to come back after this quick break with my special guest, Christine St. Ville, and we're going to talk about how we connected and how my connecting with her has changed my life. So we're going to be talking about the importance of relationships here on the Tanya Barnett Show. See you in a minute.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Hey everybody, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. And like you just saw, I have some fantastic guests this month of November. You will be inspired, motivated. Make sure you jump on here, listenvisionlive.com or Facebook Live when I have my in-studio guests so that you can actually interact with them. So that's what I love about having in-studio guests, because then we can interact with you all. So make sure you share. If you're on Periscope, if you're on Facebook Live, make sure you are sharing this out. So, Christine, you and I met.
Tanya. Let's tell the story, girl.
Okay, so we're going to tell the story how we met, okay? I was vending a table with my nonprofit, Forever Free Books, and Christine and her sister were coming through, and we just started talking. And I think you told me about your book.
Yeah, we got books. My kids were there, so you were giving my kids books, and something brought us back to your table. I can't remember what it was.
It was God.
It was. It was, because we had that, and then we were like, oh, let's go back and talk to her. Went back and talked to her some more. We exchanged information, and my sister,
your book on Amazon that night.
She did, yes, because we didn't have our books with us. But she bought it on Amazon. She started sharing. So throughout our book, which is Whose Shoes Are You Wearing? I forgot my copy.
I had mine right here.
Whose shoes are you wearing? we have like tweetables throughout the book and just asking people to share different quotes and things. And Tanya starts sharing and tagging us, on social media. So my sister Julian likes to say that she was harassing us and stuff. And I was like, she's like, have you seen Tanya? Like she keeps tagging and posting. I said, that's good. That's why we put it in there. We want her to do that. So she literally, like, when I say this person right here, like anything that she has to say and she is doing, like, y'all need to make sure you are tuned in, because she is a definition of just taking something and running with it and going full steam ahead. Like everything that we have talked about, she has literally surpassed. Like Julian and I look at her all the time like, oh my gosh, have you seen Tom? Oh my gosh, we're so proud of Tom. Like so proud of everything that you've done. And just 2 years?
2 years.
2 years. I feel like we've known you for so much longer.
It
like
does,
in all that you've done.
Yeah. It does. It does. But the reason why I wanted her to bring that up is not to, put me out there like that, but really to talk about relationship, because at that moment in time in my life, I knew I wanted more, but I didn't know what that more was. And like she said, we really feel like it was God, because they went past my table, went on about their business, and circled back. And that's when that connection was made, and I was ready. So you really need to be ready when God puts people in your place, and don't play with it.
And then there goes back to the power of social media, because it was social media that really brought our relationship together, because we were like, okay, she keeps sharing this, like we need to connect. And then it was like you asked for a call, like we set up a call, and then we talked to her, and it was that that just genuineness, authenticity about her that Julie and I were just like, okay, yeah, this chick is for real. Like we need to stay connected to her. And then
I was like, what is Twitter? What is Instagram? Because I didn't know what any of that stuff was, and I was afraid of it. I really was. And I just happened to follow your Moms in Charge page, and I saw that you were speaking at Weekend Startup School. First, it was Mentor Monday with Paul C. Brunson. So Paul C. Brunson. Yes. And then I saw you were going to be at Weekend Startup School, and I scraped together $297, the most money I've ever spent on myself in my whole entire life since having children. And I went, and that's where I had lunch with Julian. And from there, I asked her, could she be my mentor? And she said yes, and my life changed. And so the power of relationship and the power of being intentional is so, so important. And that's what we talk about here on the Tanya Barnett Show, the unique challenges of the 21st century woman, because there's so many inauthentic relationships. There's so many people that just want to be close to you because they want what you have, or they want your connects, but they don't want to put in the work.
Right. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Like even, in social media, and I say this all the time, like even connecting with people on social media, like you didn't buy the book and then tweet us like, hey, can you guys teach me everything you know? Can you mentor me? Like, no, you started to share. You started to, reply to our comments. You started to engage with us and build that relationship before you ever asked us to do anything. And it was us wanting to help because she was so authentic. So like I always tell my clients, and when I'm teaching, social media classes, it's like you have to treat social media as if you're going to a networking event. So if you're going to a networking event, you're not just going to walk up to someone and tell them your name and why they need your services. No, you're going to build that relationship and you're going to talk to them. Same thing, like you're not going to walk away from someone who's talking to you at a networking event. And it's the same thing on social media for someone to reach out to you on social media and you ignore them or you don't say anything, so it's the same type of thing in building that relationship. It takes that back and forth engagement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then people can really see what you're about. And vice versa. You get to see what other people are about. And it's really important because as you start to take steps, things come around full circle.
Absolutely.
And my mom always said, be careful how you treat people because you never know where you're going to see them again, or somebody that they know is going to see you later.
That's 6 degrees. I feel like it's starting to feel like 2 degrees of separation with social media.
It really is.
I really feel like it's getting smaller because there's been so many times we've had conversations and you're like, so what do you think about so-and-so? And I'm like, girl. I don't know.
Right. Right,
you know,
right.
but that just goes to show, like, someone might have, like, show you one personality, and then they're completely somebody else. So it's, you know, we were just talking about the importance of asking about asking for resources from people, and then doing your research and your homework to see, you know, are they really who they say they are?
Right, right. And that's really important too, because you can get burned, disappointed, spend thousands of dollars, and we know people are doing that every day, spending thousands of dollars, and then not getting the value.
Right, absolutely.
So
I agree.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch gears a little bit, because one of the unique challenges about being a 21st century woman is that we do a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a mom.
I am.
You're
3
a
kids.
wife.
Mm-hmm.
You have several businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You travel.
I do.
You teach at Steve Harvey's Academic Success Institute.
Yeah.
How do you find time for yourself?
So I learned, and actually why I started Moms in Charge was because I wasn't in charge of very much anything, including my own self-care. But I learned the hard way the importance of making time. And one of the things I love, Eric Thomas, the hip-hop
Dr.
preacher, he said something about, you know, there's no such thing as procrastination. It's about priorities. So if you're procrastinating on something, it means it's not a priority to you. And I had to learn, even with self-care, that if I'm not taking care of myself, then I couldn't be a good mom. I couldn't be a good wife. You know, I'm, you know, upset, and I'm nagging, and I'm frustrated, and all of these other things, this person that I didn't want to be because I wasn't taking care of myself. So it's not about how do I find time. It's how do I not find the time? Like, I'm not going to compromise my relationships because I'm not making time to take care of myself. So that little thing, you know, just going to get my hair done. My girl's like, can I come with you, mommy? No. No. It's mommy's time.
Right. Absolutely. And so shifting that, how do you find time for the honey?
Honey, so we make it work. Like, we're on different schedules. He works tonight, but he's home during the day. So we'll go on dates for breakfast, or you know, last weekend we got together with some other awesome married couples that we cruise with over the summer, and we're like, have my nieces come and watch the kids so we can go hang out with, you know, and just make time. Like, it's just different things, you know, that we try to do to make sure that we're together. And it's about making sure our kids know that we come before they do. So even when we go out to eat, sometimes it's mommy and dad. Like, they fight over who's sitting next to mommy and daddy. And I'm like, I don't know why y'all fighting, because I'm sitting next to daddy. Like, y'all sit over there.
Right.
You know, but just making sure that we are demonstrating that to our kids as well. You know, that we have to be a tight uniform front, and we're making time for each other regardless of the different schedules and how little time we have, but making sure that that's a priority, because again, we can't afford not to make the time.
That is so true. I mean, it's like yesterday morning, Donna and I got up, and instead of going to church, we were like, let's go get some breakfast. And we let the kids sleep.
Right.
So we went to go eat breakfast, came back. They were like, where'd y'all go?
Yeah.
We were like, we went to breakfast.
Right.
You know, why y'all didn't tell us? But, you know, we brought them goodie bags or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, the fact for us was we just need that time. And you just get it how you get it.
However you can.
You know.
Yeah.
Wow. That is great. So, ladies, I hope you are taking notes. It is very important. It doesn't have to be a Friday night. It doesn't have to be a Saturday night. It could be a day where you taking, you know, playing hooky. We do that all the time. There's some mornings he gets up and says, yo, I'm not going in. I'm like, me neither. And, you know, we put the kids on the bus and, you know, spend the day. We go to the gym, go get something to eat, you know, catch a movie or whatever. Yeah. So it's just
so
really
fast paced nowadays, the world. Like, you just have to stop. And it doesn't have to be, you know, every day, but you have to just find pockets of time, you know, to just squeeze it in when you can. For us, sometimes it's just, okay, we're going to watch our show. Like, kids, we're watching our show. Like, you go do what you want, but we're watching, you know, whatever we can to just have that time together.
That is just so key. All right, so after this break, I'm going to be bringing back my special guest tonight, Christine St. Villa, Moms in Charge and Purpose Driven Media. And we're going to be talking about a planner that she and her sister, Julian, have here on the Tanya Barnett Show.
Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
everybody. This is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. Tonight, my special guest is none other than Christine St. Ville. She is the head mom in charge, and she's teaching you how to be fly, how to be a fly mama.
Yes.
And can you tell them what that means?
I sure can. FLY is an acronym for First Love Yourself, because everyone else has to come after.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That
the
might
spouse,
make some
including the
people...
babies. It might make you itch a little, might make you cringe, but it's the truth.
Okay. All right. Okay. And that's what we do here on the Tanya Barnett Show. We keep it all the way 100. So you got to take care of yourself. Then you got to take care of the honey.
Absolutely.
The kids will be okay. They'll survive. You actually have a blog post about that.
I do.
Can you tell them just a snippet about that?
I'm trying to remember which one it was. So
it was the one where you talked about don't be mad at me because I don't put my kids first.
Yes. And just the importance, like we were just saying, our kids have to understand, like, a lot of divorces and things happen because you allow this bridge to be built between you and your spouse. So our kids know, like, listen, when mommy and daddy are talking, like, you need to wait. We come first. Like, you know, that's why I said even when we go out to eat, it's about demonstrating. What does that look like? So we show affection in front of them. But even when we go out to eat, sometimes it is mommy and daddy are sitting next to each other. Y'all can sit across from us, you know? Like we're spending time together too, you know? So just letting them understand, because when we are strong, when we have a strong foundation, then our kids can only have a strong foundation. They can only have parents that are going to be loving, that are going to be there for them, and that can demonstrate what that love looks like.
Absolutely. And she's also the co-author of a fantastic book, Whose Shoes Are You Wearing? And I love this book. I've read this book several times. It changed my life. So thank you for writing this book.
Oh, thank you for reading it and sharing.
Thank you. So I have a question for you really quick before we talk about the planner.
Okay.
What is one takeaway from this book? We'll talk about the book a little bit, but what is the number one takeaway you want women who purchase this book? Make sure you purchase this. I know Danita's going to post about it. What is one thing you want women to take away from Whose Shoes Are You Wearing?
Honestly, I think it's the last chapter, which is Do It Afraid. And that is
I've
literally what you've been doing since we met. Because honestly, whatever you're going through, whatever level of success you're trying to reach, there's always going to be some level of fear associated with it. And you have to learn how to do it anyway, how to do it afraid, you know, how to face your fears and continue to do that. So fear can mean forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And so you have the choice to decide to rise and face your fears. So I feel like that last chapter was the reason we made it last, because no matter how many tools you have, no matter how many courses you take, no matter how many business coaches you hire, life coaches, you're still going to have to learn how to do it afraid. You're still going to have to learn how to do that.
Because they can't do it for you.
They can't. Nobody can do it for you.
But you could slip a text and say, yo, I'm scared.
I need some encouragement. Yes.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And what you just tell me, just do it.
I'm like, girl, you got it.
Yeah.
And you need people like that in your circle.
Yes, you need a tribe.
Yes.
You need a tribe in today's world.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So talking about doing it afraid, you have a fantastic planner.
Well, thank you very much. Yes.
And I have mine here.
This is the third edition. This is the third edition. We are now in production for the fourth edition, which is the 2018 Transformational Planner. We wanted to create a tool that was going to help women simplify, set, and take action to achieve your goals. There are so many planners out there that people, you know, they get stuck. So when there's too many options, you get overwhelmed and then you don't take any action. So we wanted to create a tool that was simple to use, that was straightforward, that you can create some literally every month 3 action items that are going to get you closer to your goal. And so that's what we did with the Transformational Planner. We've gotten so many amazing testimonials, literally, that like bring us to tears, because we're like, it's so much work to put it together.
Right.
And it's these testimonials where every time we're like, I don't know if we're going to do it. Like literally the second year, we had people asking us about it before we had even thought about the production of it. We were like, oh, I guess we should start putting it together now.
Right. I was one of those.
Yes.
I was like, I need this planner.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so what can women take away from this planner? Here's mine, and I use mine. I write all in it, sticky notes, everything. The beautiful thing what I love the most is that you all put in a vision board part.
Yes.
So you can carry your vision board.
And it was because of this lovely lady right here that we added this in the planner, because she told us last year, hey, like I took my first 2 or 3 pages of the blank pages of the planner last year and I just put my vision board in there. So we were like, oh, well, let's just add some pages in the front so people can take their vision board everywhere, right? So it's one thing, most people do their vision board, they put it up and forget about it.
Right.
But we are all about really visualizing what you want. That means taking it with you, carrying it with you everywhere. So having it in the planner is just another opportunity for you to carry it with you so that you can be reminded when you get frustrated, when you get, you know, overcome with all these challenges and obstacles, you look at that vision board, you look at those goals, and you're reminded, oh no, I need to get it together because I got some things to do, right? And so that's what we do. So, you know, at the beginning of the planner, there's a place for you to set 3 to 5 big goals for the year, not for every month, for the year. And then what you do every month is you take 3 action steps that you're going to take every month, and you're going to relay them to the big goals. So every action step that you're taking should be directly related to the goals that you set at the beginning of the year. So it is literally your accountability partner in your pocket, like in your purse every day. You can carry it with you. It's easy to do, you know. And one of the things that we also did last year for the first time is we launched a Facebook group for all of the women.
Love the Facebook group.
That purchased a planner, because we understood the value of accountability and having someone to say, listen, I want to do this, but I'm stuck. I don't even know what resources I need to ask for. So that's what this group is for, like for us to continue to motivate you throughout the year, to help you get resources. And we've seen other women who've been able to collaborate with each other. So it's just a beautiful thing.
Right. And I love too that when people put ideas in, the whole tribe comes together. Like I wanted to do my first webinar, and I was scared to death. And so I posted it in the group, and everyone was like, I'll jump on, I'll jump on, I'll jump on. So I felt way safer, number one, even though I was still nervous, but I knew that my tribe was going to be a part of the webinar. And so I had like 97 women
that is amazing.
On that webinar.
Tanya be killing it, y'all. Killing it.
I be trying. I do it afraid.
Yes.
So there's this beautiful young lady in the front, Diana Ramsey. Love Diana. She's Miss January. Okay. So can you share a little bit about
the women?
The women.
Absolutely. So Tanya has been one of our featured women. So we decided that, you know, sometimes it's easier to face your fears and to go after your goals when you can see someone who is doing what you want to do, who has been able to overcome challenges and obstacles to reach this level of success. So often we see people, especially with social media, we're like, oh, well, they have it good, they've done, and it looks so easy. But then, you know, you hear their backstory and you're like, oh my gosh, they went through all that to get there. So we decided to start featuring 12 different women, one for each month, every year. And they tell their story, what was their big obstacle, what was their big challenge that they had to face and overcome to push through and get success in their business. And we're super excited this year. We actually have Miss Albany State University that's going to be in the 2018 planner because our social media coordinator, who we found, her mom gifted her the planner as a college student last year for Christmas. And she was so thankful for it. She got so much done. She was like, listen, y'all need to get this in universities and colleges. So she was able to connect us with Miss Albany State. And, you know, she's sharing her story and what she's going through. But it's just been really an amazing experience.
Wow, awesome. And I saw that you had Justice Fergie.
Yes.
And she just went through some health challenges this summer.
And she shared,
And so she just put on a huge
conference. Blogalicious. So shout out to the Blogalicious fam. Yes.
Wow. So this is amazing.
Absolutely. But yeah, so many amazing women featured. Andrea Evans, who's a patent and a trademark attorney. We have Tiffany Gatlin, who is the founder and creator of Latched and Hooked. But 12 phenomenal women. Sharice Jones, who we talked about earlier. But but you know, just so many amazing women. And for us, and what we get a lot of the feedback is about the stories. Is about women sharing their stories and being authentic in their stories and what they've had to go through to reach the level of success that they have.
Right. And I think that's my favorite part of the planner is being able to read people's stories and then being able to connect to them. It's not just a face and a planner, but their social media, their websites.
Yes.
So I get to actually connect with these women that are in the planner, connect with them. And, Sharice said, woo, yes, girl, we just shouted you out, Sharice. But we have an opportunity to not only connect with them through the planner, but also in the Facebook group.
Absolutely. So we launched everyone who purchases, you get literally direct access to the Facebook group. And it is just a great community, because just an encouraging and supportive community that is just like, what are you going through? I got you. Like, or what do you need? Or just even words of encouragement. Sometimes it's not, I need a resource or a tool. I just need you to pray for me.
Right.
I just need you to tell me it's going to be okay.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. So ladies, make sure you run out and get this planner. This is what my May looked like. It was, every single day of the month of May.
Working it,
it's
y'all.
something on it. Jacob, you weren't supposed to zoom in. But it helps you. It really helps you get focused.
Yeah.
It helps you get clear. There are some things that I had on here, and I went back and I was like, you know what? I'm doing too much. Let me take that off.
Yeah, and that will do it. Clarity is king. Like, you have to be clear. A lot of times we're not reaching our goals because we're all over the place. We don't have clarity, and we don't have an action plan to get there. Right. So once you have an action plan and you have the steps to get there, it's so much easier to stay focused.
Right. And she has Dr. Avis, y'all. Dr. Avis is rolling out a brand new show on BET. Woohoo! We are so proud of her. That Sharice is a part of, and Dominique on Facebook Live. So mad props to you ladies. There's Dr. Avis. She joined us.
Dr. Avis.
Hey girl, we just talked about you. So she has some fantastic women in this planner who are doing the darn thing, and they are doing it on their terms.
Absolutely.
Dr. Avis she wanted to see a show about sisterhood. She created it.
Listen,
come on.
That's what we do.
Look, Sharice said, Lord God. Yes, girl, you are doing big things.
Yes.
So I am so thankful that you chose to be my guest today.
I am thankful that you asked me, girl. I'm happy. Thank you for having me.
So where can people get your planner?
So you can go to bit.ly/WSB 2018. bit.ly/WSB 2018.
Awesome. And when will they be able they'll get it before?
Oh yeah, if you order, as long as you order before December 1st, it will definitely be to you before Christmas.
Awesome. And it makes a great gift. I think last year I bought about 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think
had quite a few people that
purchased them. I had 1 or 2 people use it, other people. Yeah. So, okay. This is my thing.
Let's talk about it.
Y'all know I have a whole blog post about the planner. If you buy a planner, use the planner.
It's not gonna work if you're not using it. And we do have a money back guarantee. We actually have a 60-day money back guarantee, because we know for a fact that when you use it and when you interact and you are engaged in the group, there's no way that you're not gonna reach your goals. Yeah.
Right. Unless you hide now.
Yeah.
All right. So make sure you get this planner. This will change your life. This is my 2nd year using this, and I already purchased the minute I saw that it was for sale, I purchased my 3rd planner because I plan on doing big things next year.
Listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm rubbing elbows with
you.
Listen,
I'm rubbing elbows with you now. I'm like, what's Tanya doing? We need to hang out with her, because she is killing the game right now, and I love it.
Oh, I love it. So 2 things. The Who Shoes book. There's a place to write in it. Make sure you pick this up. It will change your life. Reread some of the chapters. That's what I did. I read the book 3 times. It really helps me get clear on some things. There were some chapters that I didn't need to read over, but there were some, like Do It Afraid. I've read that several times, because a lot of things that I do afraid.
Yeah.
I may text Julian. I may text Christine. I may text Dominique, or, those people in my tribe, and say, yo, this is what I have coming up. I'm scared. How do I do this? And they just encourage me through it, and I basically just close my eyes and hit submit.
And just listen. Yes, and sometimes we need that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll never do
submit.
it.
Right.
And it's that accountability thing. When you have someone that's holding you accountable and is checking on you, like, you said you were gonna do X, Y, and Z. Did you do it yet?
I didn't do the triathlon this year. Okay. I know I had said that earlier this year.
Well, there's another. You got another planner on the way.
I didn't get in the pool. I didn't get in the pool this year, y'all. So
try again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got.
So y'all heard it. Y'all heard her. We're gonna try again.
I'm gonna try again. Okay.
Dust
My
yourself
third
off and try again.
triathlon. I'm gonna try next year because I'm getting close to 50, so I gotta
Listen,
get
oh,
it
look
going.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Thank you. So right after this, I will we'll wrap this up, and Christine will tell you how she can reach out to you here on the Tanya Barnett Show. Thank you, and hold tight.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision, Listen Vision.
Hey everybody, this is Tanya Barnett, the host of the Tanya Barnett Show, the flyest talk show on the internet. I'm so super excited to have had none other than Christine St. Ville. She is a jack of all trades, y'all. She does it all. She always traveling. I mean, when we go places, she's like, girl, I'm gonna catch your Uber to the airport. Just get me there. Just get me to the event and I'm going to go Uber. So you're here.
Yes.
Are you here for the rest of the year or you got some more traveling to do?
I got a little bit more traveling.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So can you tell everybody where they can reach you?
Absolutely. So I'm everywhere online at Moms in Charge, no I. And for the mompreneurs, I have a free gift for you that you can download and help you get your fly back and all of that good stuff. If you go to bit.ly/momlist, you can download my free guide. So I'm everywhere at Moms in Charge.
Awesome. And so do you want to leave some type of parting words for the mompreneurs, wifepreneurs, or just women in general who are dealing with some fear right now on their next step?
Absolutely. So I think we touched on the do it afraid, but also like going back to Tanya's point about the importance of relationships. If you don't have a support system, if you don't have people around you that are going to, keep you accountable and are going to let you cry for a couple of minutes, but then be like, okay, girl, time is up. Let's get to work. You need to find those people. And if you don't have them, you need to reach out to people. Go to events, go to networking events where people are of your caliber and people you can connect with are there, because it's so important, especially when you are that is your alarm. It's so important for you to be able to connect with people who can hold you accountable. And just it's so hard, especially in business, if you don't have that support system. Like you said, sending a text like, oh my gosh, I'm scared, I can't do this right now, and having someone be like, listen, you can. Like, do this, do that, what do you need? Just having that support, that tribe, like you mentioned earlier, is so important. So I would definitely make sure that you make that a priority if you don't have that right now.
Yes, and if you buy the planner, guess what?
You
Boom,
got a
you
whole
automatically
lot
got
of
a
women.
tribe.
Yes.
Okay, you get the link for the Facebook group, so you have a
Absolutely.
tribe right then and there. So thank you again, Christine, for being my special guest
Thank you
today.
for having
I'm
me,
so super
Tanya.
excited. And Juju, we wish you could be here, girl,
Yes.
but she's flying in from Chicago.
Yes.
And so she's amazing. That's her co-author of Whose Shoes Are You Wearing? 12 Steps to
Uncovering the women you really want to be.
There you go. Okay. All right. And so that will be it for the Tanya Barnett Show. I will see you next week. My special guest next week is none other than clothing designer Kenya Kersey of Georgia Stitch. She has some fantastic pieces. I'll actually be wearing one of her pieces next week. And I'm super excited about that. So thank you. And thank you. And we will see you next week here on the Tanya Barnett Show.
It's the Tanya Barnett Show.